Okay, this is another Traqspera training video we put together to assist foremen with entering time on this new program. In this video, we will be focusing on entering time in Traqspera through your desktop. Check out our other videos that show how to use the mobile app and how to create a Trimble account. A link to the other Traqspera videos will be at the end of this video. We are recording this video in August of 2025, so references to the specific layout of tabs or links in the desktop application are based on what we are using now and may change slightly if you are seeing this later in time. To get started, go to the login email sent to you by Traqspera notification and click on the blue link identified for web users. This will take you to a Trimble sign-in page. Here you have several options for authenticating yourself. The first time you enter the site, you may have to manually enter your username, your email, and your Trimble password. But in future logins, you should be able to use Google's single sign-on, allowing you to bypass manual sign-in as long as you have already logged into Google. Type in your email address and click Next. Now type in your Trimble password and click Sign In. Look at the upper right-hand corner of the page. You should see a circle with your initials. This is your page. If you haven't already, this is a good time to set a bookmark to save this page. Just click the star in the navigation pane and click Done in the pop-up window. In the future, when you want to enter time, just click this bookmark and you will be brought right here. The page should be open to the current pay period indicated by the dark blue banner in the center of the page showing a date range. The box below should say, No crews for this time period. To enter any time, you must create a crew. Even if you are only reporting time for yourself, you need to be on a crew. Click the Crew Management button at the top of the page. Any crews that you have created or that have been shared with you will appear here. Click Create Crew. Start by entering the crew leader. This can be you or any other field member at SullyMac. Generally, it would be the person specifically in charge of, and entering time for, that crew. Once you enter a crew leader name, the crew name will auto-populate. Crew names can be changed, but they have to be unique across the company, so if someone else has already used the name you selected, the system will not allow it and require you to make a change. If you only have one crew working on one job, there may be no need, but if there are a few different job numbers you are reporting time for, you might want to add the job number to the crew name so it's easier to find when you're reporting time for a specific project. Just click the field if you want to make changes. The crew leader will also auto-populate as the first crew member by default. This can also be changed, however, a crew must have at least one member, so others will need to be added before you will be allowed to delete it. To add crew members, just click into the field and a list will appear. You can scroll down the list to find the name, or click into the search field and type a few letters of the first or last name, and this should reduce the options and make things a little quicker. If you want to delete a name, just click the little X in their name bubble. Now enter a crew supervisor. The crew supervisor is not a required field, but this person must be a user on this platform. If you are on a smaller project and you are only entering time for yourself and maybe a few other guys, you could just leave this blank or enter your own name as crew supervisor. If you are on a larger project working under a GF, they may be the crew supervisor. It could also be a PM or another foreman that might cover for you if you're out. In the department field, there are 4 selections: direct labor and PTO for one of the 3 divisions. Direct labor is the working hours you enter for your crew. When building a crew, you should enter direct labor for the division you most commonly work in. PTO, which is inclusive of non-paid and paid time off, is the non-working hours you enter for the crew, out sick, at school, or on vacation. PTO would typically be entered in the timesheet as you enter the daily time. Next, enter the job number for this crew. If your crew might be on several different jobs daily or weekly, you can leave this field blank and fill it in later in the timesheet. But if you are building this crew for a specific job, click the field and find your job number. Again, type a few numbers or letters into the search field to reduce the options. The phase or cost code is not required when setting up your crew. This too can be entered later when entering your daily time. But if the crew you are building is primarily working on one phase for this project, click into the field and find that phase. Now click the Save button. Congratulations, you have created your first crew. Click the Time button on the left of the screen, then Timesheets. Use the margin on the left of the screen to navigate to the correct time period. A list should open up with all the crews you have created, Or you will see a banner that says, "No crews for this time period." Click the Add Timesheets button to add a timesheet for this time period. Now select the crew you want to create the timesheet for and click the green plus in that row. Now click the Actions tab and select View. You are now ready to start entering time. At the top left of the screen, you will see the crew name, and below that, In Progress. This is the status while you are entering time. At the end of the week, when you are done making edits, you will complete time entry, and the status will change to Pending Approval. This will let payroll know you are ready for your time to be submitted. When payroll starts entering your crew's time for this pay period, you will see the status change again to Partially Approved or Approved, and you will no longer be able to make edits. When entering your daily time, start by clicking the date you want to enter time for. The entry day will be highlighted blue. Below, the days of the week is the list of crew members that are associated with this crew. If you need to add or subtract crew members for this day going forward, just click into the field and add names, or click the little X next to their name. Next, confirm the phase and hours for your crew under the Add for Crew banner. If your whole crew, or a large portion of them, worked the same phase code or hours, you can enter it here to apply it to all in the timesheets below. If not, just leave it blank and click the plus Add Employees green button to the right. Now you should see, below the Timesheet Entries banner, each crew member's timesheet for that day. Review each one and make sure they are correct. If you need to make any changes, click the Actions button, then select Edit for that row and make any necessary changes. If one of the crew members was out that day, this is where you would make that change. Click into the Department field for that worker and select PTO for the division they are working in. You will also need to make a selection in the Job field. Click on it and select Bonus Time, Sick, or Unpaid. Bonus time is any paid time off that has been determined for foremen. Check with your superintendent or the payroll department if you are unclear on how this is applied. Sick is also paid for anyone that meets the criteria for sick time, calling the foreman in advance to let them know they will be out because of sick time-related issues. If you need to know more about sick time criteria, please contact the payroll department. Unpaid is for all other time off. When you are entering unpaid PTO, be sure to enter a note to define why this worker is out. No call, no show, school, vacations, or holidays. Select the appropriate field and complete the rest of the information for these timesheets. And if you are complete, you can click the green Save button. Then you will see a notification that the timesheet has been saved. If you are done with your entries for the day, you can go to your symbol at the top right of the screen and sign out or enter time for another day. If entering time, select the next day you want to enter time for. You will see any crew members that had been added are still in your crew members field. Say this day, your crew attended a safety meeting for an hour. Now in the Add for Crews section, find the phase code for safety, enter 1 under regular hours, and click the green. The whole crew will be added to your timesheet with 1 hour under the safety phase code. If your crew, or most of your crew, is going to keep doing the same things they did the day before after the safety meeting, click the Copy from Past button under the Timesheet Entries banner. Select the date you want to copy from, and select the workers that are on your crew today. Then click Copy Day. Now this crew with yesterday's tasks are pulled into this day's time card. Make sure to go through and make any necessary edits and confirm the correct hours for the day. You will be flagged if you enter more than 8 regular hours for a worker per day. If you need to add a worker to your timesheet just for this day, you can do that here too. Just use the plus Add Employee Entry button, and a new blank row will appear above your other employee timesheets. When you are done with the day and everything looks good, you can save and sign out or keep going with your next daily timesheet entry. When you have completed the time for the rest of the week, click the Print/View All button on the top right. This will take you to a page that summarizes and totals all the entries you made for the week, so you can double-check that all hours have been captured. If all crew members' weekly hours look correct, you can click the Back button, then click the yellow Complete button. Now you will see that the status has changed to Awaiting Approval. You now know what is necessary for creating crews and entering your time in Traqspera through the web on your desktop. Check out our other videos that cover the time entry on the mobile app. A link will be left in the description body. This concludes this Traqspera training segment. Thank you.